A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking turn of events, employees of the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, returned to their offices on Thursday to collect personal belongings after the Trump administration's sweeping dismantling of the agency. Many of these workers, who only a month ago were secure in their positions, found themselves facing the grim reality of losing their jobs en masse. The atmosphere was somber as they gathered at the Ronald Reagan Building and International Trade Center in Washington, D.C., given a mere 15 minutes to clear out their desks and say goodbye to colleagues. This sudden upheaval follows the Trump administration's recent court disclosure, revealing that it had completed a review of all U.S. foreign aid programs, resulting in the cancellation of nearly 10,000 contracts and grants, effectively eliminating about 90% of USAID's operations. The agency, which boasts an annual budget of approximately $40 billion, plays a critical role in distributing food and medicine, providing disaster relief, monitoring diseases, and promoting development and democracy in impoverished regions across Africa and Asia. Despite foreign aid constituting less than 1% of the federal budget, the impact of these cuts is expected to be profound. In a joint statement, Democrats on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee condemned the funding cancellations, labeling the foreign aid review mandated by an executive order signed by President Trump shortly after his inauguration as a mere pretext for dismantling decades of U.S. investment that has historically contributed to national security and global prosperity. The agency's employees, some visibly emotional, carted away personal items from their now-closed headquarters, with former administrators Samantha Power and Gail Smith present in a show of solidarity. Power, who led USAID under President Biden, criticized the administration's approach as contrary to the agency's mission of fostering human dignity. She lamented the rapid pace of the dismantling process, which leaves little room for legal challenges or support from Congress. Many departing employees chose to remain anonymous, fearing retribution. One former employee, who had come to the U.S. as a refugee, expressed her dismay at the abrupt end to her career. She had dedicated herself to giving back through her work at USAID. Another employee, who had served for over a decade, shared her heartbreak at being dismissed from the Africa Bureau, stating, "I didn't think I would be ending my career like this." The Trump administration has characterized USAID staff as criminals and radical left Marxists, justifying the cuts as a means to ensure taxpayer dollars are utilized effectively to bolster national strength and security. This controversial stance has raised alarms among aid organizations and advocates, who warn that the cuts could result in catastrophic consequences for vulnerable populations in crisis zones around the globe. The agency has supported projects in over 120 countries, with a focus on disease prevention and poverty alleviation. As legal battles unfold, all eyes are on the Supreme Court, where Chief Justice John Roberts recently issued a temporary block against a lower court's order mandating payment to agency contractors for previously completed work. The future of USAID remains uncertain, with advocates urging that the cuts will lead to loss of life and exacerbate humanitarian crises worldwide. The situation is tense, and many are left questioning the implications of these drastic policy changes on both global aid efforts and the employees who dedicated their careers to serving those in need. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.